Alright, shalom, shalom. I'm going to start by giving infinite honors and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Harachakadash. Double honors to my teachers, the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and are worthy of their double honors. Peace and blessings to you, Aki, and pushing out this truth across the four corners during these last seconds of time. Kwam Yashala, mighty, mighty shalom. And this lesson is entitled, The Wicked is on Borrowed Time. The wicked is on borrowed time. And I just looked up the definition or the meaning of borrowed time. It says on borrowed time means continuing to live, exist, or operate beyond an expected end date. And the scriptures tell us that Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it. So when Esau Edom will be in power, we will be at the end ultimately. Alright? Or Esau Edom's rulership will mark the end, alright, of the captivity for Jacob, as it is written, Jacob held first the hill of Esau, as it is written, the elder shall share the younger. And we're going to see that because ultimately that's prophecy. So scriptures say none of these things shall fail. So it wouldn't be written if it won't come to pass. And we're witnessing the downfall and the demise of the wicked, which according to Malachi 1:4, Esau Edom is the border of wickedness. So it says, implying that a situation is temporary and likely to fail or end soon. This is the book of Job, chapter 20, verse 4. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment? And it tells you when Esau Edom first came into power as the Greeks, wickedness was multiplied throughout the earth. But ultimately, it was short-lived. Esau Edom came into power as the Romans. It was short-lived. And now we have America, which Esau Edom spearheads, chiefly Amalek, the wicked elites, international banking families. And now we're witnessing the end before our very eyes. The scriptures say the end is made manifest. So the wicked truly is on borrowed time, all right? And it's a short time left. How do we know? Because we see these prophecies come to pass, which ultimately marks the end for the wicked, all right? Esau Edom is going to go full-fledged with his agenda, all right, to push and implement Revelation 13 and 16, the Charagma, the MOTB, all right? He's going to forcefully enforce martial law in these cities. They're going to turn into 15-minute cities, all right, a dystopia-like society, all right, a technocracy, a techno-authoritarianism ruled society based with draconian laws, all right? And this is all happening while the wicked is ruling. So it's no coincidence that the earth is in the state that it is, all right? Because it's a simple formula, like the scripture say in Proverbs. When the righteous bear rule, the people rejoice. When the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. So when you have the wicked in power, all right, the earth is going to be in shambles. When you have the righteous in power, the earth is going to flourish, all right? And we're going to see that when the hopeful elect, all right, become those judges throughout the earth, man. Know ye not that the saints shall judge the world, as the scriptures say? Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. But we know that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite is but for a moment. So it says, verse 5 again, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. Right, the scriptures say, I saw Satan falling as lightning from heaven, and that's synonymous with the rulership of the wicked. This is Luke 10 and 18. And he said unto them, I beheld Satan as lightning falling from heaven. Right, it's going to be a quick demise for Esau Edom, all right? The triumphing of the wicked is short, the joy of the hypocrite is but for a moment, and the Lord ultimately put him up to rule. Like it says in Daniel's, this matter is by the decree of the watchmen, all right, and the demand of the holy ones. This is Daniel chapter 4 verse 17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men. Who's the living? The hopeful elect, the men of the Lord, man, all right, who follow after this word, who follow after the Lamb whatsoever he goeth. That Lamb is Yahweh Shai, man, coming back ultimately in reincarnation and regeneration to meet Yahweh Shai, man, all right? That's a part of our triumph. But the wicked, he's triumphing in wickedness and left hand pseudoscience. Look at the state of the earth, man. You have to be out of your mind to not realize that the earth is in a horrible spiraling condition, man. And then you got to point to who's ruling, just like it says in Sirach 10:1. So is the judges, so is his officers. So it says, this matters by the decree of the watchers and of the man, by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and set it up over it the basis of men. You see, so the Lord will give a kingdom to whoever he will, for his will, all right, for prophecy to be fulfilled. Just like the Lord had Pharaoh, all right, over the Israelites in ancient Egypt. It would have seemed in that time that there was no defeating Pharaoh. There was no coming from up under his grips. But the Lord said he hardened Pharaoh's heart for his purpose, man, to show his will in him and show his power in him, that Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua name could be established and well praised throughout the earth, man. And that's what the Lord is going to do in these times. So the wicked is truly on borrowed time, man. And it's an inevitable end, all right? So it says, and let me back this up with Psalms, because it said promotion neither come from the east to west, the north to south, but the Lord is the judge. This is Psalm 75:6. It says, for promotion coming neither from the east, nor from the west, nor from the south, but God our power is the judge. He put it down one and set it up another. Just like the Lord said he set it up over at the basis of men, all right? He'll put over his people the wicked just for his point to be made, just to get a point across. But it's ultimately prophecy. Like we just said, the elder shall serve the younger. Esau is the end of the world. Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So the Lord ultimately will have Esau, Edom ruling in the end as the wicked, just to be taken out of power, just so he could be on borrowed time, man. All right. So let's go back to Job chapter 20. Verse 6, it says, though his excellency mount up to the heavens and his head reach unto the clouds, going into Esau, Edom's space system. But that's ultimately the blessing that he had. That's a part of his blessing. The fatness of the earth, the dew of the heavens, right? So he's up in so-called space, but what is he doing up there? Nothing but wickedness, all right? You never went to the moon, okay? You don't know the ins and outs of so-called space, okay? And you've been given a dew of the heavens, okay? And you've even reported that you've seen dark-skinned angels with afros up there, man. You see? So it's nothing you could do to trump prophecy, Esau, all right? It's nothing you could do to not be the wicked. Like the scriptures say, can a leopard change his spots? This is Jeremiah 13:23. Can the Ethiopian change his skin, or the leopard his spots? Then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil, right? So someone that's accustomed to doing good can't do evil. Someone that's doing evil can be accustomed to do good. Just like the leopard can't change his spots, or the Ethiopian his skin, all right? Esau, Edom cannot not be the wicked, man. He can't just turn and be the righteous, all right? The Lord put him up in this story and in the Lord's movie to be the wicked. Just like in a movie, you have heroes, you got villains, okay? You got antagonists and protagonists, all right? I believe I'm using those terms correctly. So it says, verse 7, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? That's right. And the scriptures say, with thine eyes thou shalt behold the reward of the wicked. Bear with me. This is Psalms 91:8. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. Right? Yahushua said, Revelation, it says, behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with thee, to give every man according to his work. So you get a reward for being righteous, you get a reward for being wicked, man. And Esau, Edom, he's on borrowed time, man. The triumphant of the wicked is short, the joy of the hypocrite is but for a moment. So Lord Willing's quick here was edifying. I'm going to give infinite honors and praises to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem Harachak Wadash. Double honors to my teachers, the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings until next time. Kwame Yashala, Mighty Shalom.